Hello everybody! If you are new to Planetside, then this video is for you. Whether you heard about the game through one of your friends or you found the game through the hype around the escalation update, this video aims to help you understand the game so you can have the most fun battling on Araxis. This video will be divided up into 3 parts. The first part will talk about character creation and the 3 factions. The second part will talk about each specific class, map knowledge, finding a squad/outfit, and your specific settings. And lastly, the third part will be a bit different. I want to talk about the mindset you need to be in when you're first starting out in Planetside 2. But anyways, let's start from the very beginning with character creation. When you select Create Character, you will be greeted with this screen. Here is where you can choose your player's faction, name, and I guess head. The first thing to know is that there are 3 main factions in Planetside 2. The Vonu Sovereignty, the Terran Republic, and the New Conglomerate. Don't worry about the NS operatives, as they require membership and generally more skill to play. Here is a brief rundown of the 3 main factions. The Terran Republic is all about speed. Their guns have the fastest fire rates and the biggest magazines. However, they sacrifice raw damage for the added fire rate. The New Conglomerate is almost the exact opposite, with hard-hitting weapons that fire slowly. Their vehicles are also the slowest but can tank the most shots. Lastly, the Vonu Sovereignty. These guys are all about agility. Their weapons tend to focus more on accuracy but sacrifice the fire rate and raw damage of the TR or NC. Despite their obvious differences, all of the factions play very similar. Their differences in weapons and vehicles are very minor, so I'd recommend trying out all 3 factions and seeing which one suits you best. Once you've picked your faction, select a server and hop right in. But actually, you have to do this annoying tutorial first. The tutorial outlines the basic movement and firing mechanics of the game, and who to shoot at and who to not shoot at. So I recommend doing it slowly and paying attention, even if it is a little tedious. Moving on to classes, there are 6 different classes in Planetside 2. They each offer unique roles, abilities, and benefits to your faction. I will give a brief overview of each class and what it offers. Starting off with the Infiltrator, these guys are the snipers for your team. They have a unique cloaking ability, which allows them to be almost completely invisible to your enemies. They have access to both bolt and semi-automatic sniper rifles, SMGs, and scout rifles. They can hack enemy turrets and terminals, and can shoot recon darts all around the battlefield. Next is the Light Assault. Light Assaults have access to jetpacks, which allow them to be incredibly agile in a fight. They sacrifice overall health for this agility though. You want to use your jetpack to flank your enemies so you can get the jump on them. They also have access to a rocklet rifle, which you can use to damage infantry, vehicles, and aircraft. Moving on to the Combat Medic, these guys are, well, the medics of your team. They have access to a medical applicator, which allows you to heal your living teammates and revive the dead ones. Medics also have access to a self-healing ability, which they can use if they get into a sticky situation. Medics are widely regarded as the best class to play as if you want to earn XP, so if you are a new player, I recommend playing as them. While playing as the Combat Medic, it is very important to remember that you are a combat medic, where combat comes first. Do not be one of the guys who runs around with his applicator out 24/7, you will just be killed. Next is the Engineer. The Engineer has access to the Repair Tool. The Repair Tool can heal friendly terminals, turrets, mech suits, and vehicles. The Engineer can also drop ammo packs, which resupply your teammates. The Engineer can deploy a hard light barrier or a personal turret. Remember that your turret is just as effective as a shield as it is a weapon, so be sure to deploy it just for the added cover. Engineers are another good way to get a lot of XP, so if you aren't liking the medic too much, try the Engie. Second to last is the Heavy Assault. As the name suggests, the Heavy Assaults are the frontline fighters. They have access to an overshield, which either mitigates or completely absorbs damage. They also have access to the LMGs, which throw the most amount of damage downrange. They also come equipped with a rocket launcher, which is perfect for taking out vehicles and max units alike. Speaking of max units, they are the 6th and final class. Unlike the other classes, they require nanites or resources to pull. These guys are walking death machines, cutting down infantry and vehicles wherever they go. They have access to 2 different weapons which allow them to be very versatile and customizable. They have weapons designed for infantry, vehicles, and aircraft, and you can put either or on each arm. I recommend trying out each of the classes to see which one fits your playstyle. I should point out that maxes are really more of a vehicle rather than infantry, so don't expect to always be playing as them. If you are having trouble deciding on a class to play, I recommend the Combat Medic, as they will bring you the most amount of XP. Next, let's move on to map knowledge. When a continent first unlocks, the territory is divided up evenly between the 3 factions. Each base is connected to other bases through lattice lines. These are the red, blue, and purple lines you see on the map. They indicate which bases you can capture and which base your enemies can capture. The little timers on the map indicate how long until the base gets captured by the attackers. The little explosions you see represent combat. The more explosions, the heavier the fighting. Hovering over a territory with your mouse will show you more specific information. It will show you how many players are in the hex. It will show you the percentage of who is in the hex. It will list the capture timer, if it has one, and it will show you the connected benefits. I know that was a lot of information coming at you guys very quickly, but if you are to remember one thing, is that try and find fights where the population is even. The best fights in Planetside happen when this is the case, so if you are ever looking at the map lost, you know what to do. Next thing I want to talk about are the squad/platoons and outfits. These are the social aspects of Planetside 2. You could easily play Planetside for 3 whole years and never join a squad or outfit. However, you will miss out on the best moments that Planetside 2 has to offer. Not only do you get bonus XP, a coordinated squad will help you get more kills, capture more bases, and overall have a better time. As a new player, it can be intimidating joining a squad, when you literally have no idea what you're doing. I understand that intimidation, and every Planet man and woman has felt it too. I've never met a veteran player who is not patient and understanding to a new player who may have been lagging behind. So if you are confused about something, ask it in squad chat, and your squad lead or anyone else will be happy to answer it for you. As a rule of thumb, try to join squads that are in platoons. They are generally more cohesive and better run. Moving on to outfits, outfits are like the clans or guilds of Planetside 2. They are commonly over 500 players strong, and they are like a small community. Outfits normally run scheduled ops night, where many players get online to form one or multiple platoons. This is where the best Planetside happens. I encourage you to find an active outfit to play with, and who knows, in a year's time, you could be commanding entire platoons. Like I said before, this part is different from the other parts, and even from other tutorials. I want to talk about the mindset you have to be in so you can enjoy Planetside as a new player. That mindset is that it's okay that you suck at the game. It's okay to die, and it's okay for you not to understand what is going on around you. Planetside 2 is a notoriously harsh game, with a notoriously hard learning curve. That is why most people quit before they even reach battle rank 20. Planetside 2 does not protect you from more skilled players. If you come from a game like Overwatch or CSGO, you are being matched with players of your skill, so fights are generally fair. Planetside 2 does the opposite. A battle rank 1 character could be fighting at the same base as a battle rank 120 player, or a battle rank 67 player. This means that yes, it may take you a while to get that 4 KD, but if you stick with Planetside 2 for a couple of hours, you will slowly start to understand the game, and this is when you really start to fall in love with it. I started playing Planetside 2 out of curiosity. I saw a video online where these guys made a massive Sunderer ball and rolled around the map, and that was back in 2013. I am so happy I let that curiosity drive me past the frustration. I encourage you to let your curiosity drive you past the frustrating period as well, and I hope to see you fighting on the fields of Araxis sometime soon. Anyways guys, if you made it this far, then you've reached the end of the video. Sorry for getting a little emotional there. I think it's important to emphasize that mindset, especially if you're just starting out in the game. I hope you stick through the frustrating period to truly enjoy Planetside 2. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button and share it with your friends. It took me quite a while to make, and you guys hitting that like button is a way for me to know that you guys enjoy these types of videos. But if you are new around here, then please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.